the first question, what were the major issues in the case?
Well, I know you've already had some historical background to the case, but to understand the issues, they need to be understood within the context of what was going on after Confederation and the expansion of Canada into the West, and the desire to put the railway through Western Canada, as well as to facilitate white settlement through Canada. Now, as part of that process, there was a negotiation with the Métis Nation, which at the time formed in southern Manitoba, and they entered into a negotiation by which through which they were promised land grants for the benefit of Métis children, as well as recognition of possession by individual settlers in the area, Métis and non-Métis settlers, as well as a number of other provisions. Now, what was being sought in the case in relation to that were 3 declarations. Now, essentially what a declaration is a court just making a statement of law. And the reason why someone like the Manitoba Métis Federation, or an organization, a government body like the Manitoba Métis Federation would seek such a declaration is because it assists them in a negotiation process. And it can also compel the Crown to act through political pressure, for example. Okay? So a declaration is essentially a statement by the court of law or in relation to some kind of conduct that's going to facilitate another process. Now, the position of the Crown has been for some time, both federal and provincial crowns, in relation to the Métis, that they do not have Métis Aboriginal title. In fact, their position has been consistently, since Aboriginal rights were protected in the Canadian Constitution in the 1980s, that the Métis do not have Aboriginal rights. So, 2002, we get the first recognition of Métis hunting rights. This case is concerned about Métis land interests. And the Crown has historically said, A, they don't exist, or B, they were terminated. And they said that they were terminated by these provisions in the Manitoba Act that said that certain lands would be set aside for the benefit of Métis children towards the extinguishment of their Indian title. Okay? So this is the context within which all of this is going on.